Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to Rise of the Titans. This
Yes, hello.
a mod pack that I'm doing with my friend Mist over here. I also made it. We should probably sleep.
Indeed. We just got through with the blood moon after all.
Oh, it only took just the one.
Yep.
It only took me sleeping, so. Alright. Well, I guess, so, in between episodes, I went ahead and I made those Valonite seeds. We have them. I made some magic seeds, which give us magic crystals. These are from Mystical Creations, which allows you to make your own custom, like, mystical agriculture stuff.
And I also learned something, as M can probably see over here.
Yeah, the Iranian berries.
We can grow them.
Yep.
I learned another thing, too. There is a crafting recipe for revive seeds.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Iranian berry with aurum dust. So, it's just a matter of getting the aurum dust for it.
Which, that takes quite a little bit.
Quite a little bit, yeah. Excuse me. It won't take as much work once we get... I think it's something like a verdant purifier or something like that.
Yeah. A couple other things. I noticed you built a mob grinder over there.
I didn't actually build it. I used the prefab.
Oh, neat.
Shop. It's a rare structure, the monster masher.
Then, something I did, was, you can see the Pegasus has got a saddle on him.
Yep. Gold armor.
I took Blackie up there to the inventory post, and I didn't die, but it was a disaster. You know,
Yep.
something I'm curious about. They don't have wings. Can these fly?
I don't know, as I don't know how to make them fly. I'm guessing
The
so.
answer is yes.
I was going to say, I'm guessing so. It looks like you're making them fly. But yes, so the Monster Masher prefab is pretty interesting, because inside of this big structure here, it actually gives you...
Why am I going back up here? It's a disaster to go in there. The descent is a lot faster on the skeleton. It's a lot faster.
Whee. Whoops.
And it died.
Yep. I noticed. Rip.
Ripperoni.
Rip. Yep.
Do you still have telekinesis on you? Yes.
So the Monster Masher is pretty interesting. It has a small spot here for items. You know, the mobs fall down here. There's actually a hopper in the middle here that then hooks up to the chest down here. Apparently also an enchanting table, which is kind of interesting. Several storage. But the way this whole thing works is that it actually has a series of mob spawners up in the concealed room up there at the top. And using redstone trickery and things like that, as you can see on this floor, when I jump up like this, it turns on and off lights that then allow mobs to spawn up there, and things like that. So you basically just walk in here, you flip the lamp here. If it's on, you have mobs. If it's off, you have no mobs. And
but yeah, you can see how the Pegasi proper flies.
I can if I can see where you went.
I'm circling the...
There. Yep. It actually has wings to flap.
And you can see I'm now not jumping with it, so...
Yeah.
Just a slow... I am slowly descending. That is important to note.
Right.
But I'm still... I'm not outright dropping out of the sky.
Right. That is true.
Which leads me to how the inventory pets was such a complete disaster. I had gotten up there, okay, and I hopped off the Pegasi. And then invisible witches in golden armor wielding 2 golden swords spawned.
Yep. That's what spawns up there, so. Fun fact, it's actually not witches. It's not invisible witches in gold armor. It's invisible witches standing on the same spot as a skeleton that's also invisible, wearing armor and weapons. So there's actually 2 mobs there when they spawn.
Also, fun thing that happened when I dismantled the Pegasi, it just outright disappeared. I had no clue where it went, and I popped into creative already to spot a new one because I had lost this one. Came back over here, and there it was in the garden.
Heh. That is very interesting.
I'm tempted to just... Yep, I did it. And it's now just going to float down on its own.
Nice.
I like having slow fall.
Right. Let me... So we have some stuff still to do in the Between Lands.
Oh, there's one other thing I did over here. At the traps.
Okay. Hook them up to a hopper. So you don't have to worry about them running out of inventory.
Yep.
The traps in. Makes sense.
Yep.
Makes sense.
So yeah. And the apiaries don't need it because the queen bees only produce enough to fill it.
Right. All that
But yeah, I need to make a presser. And I need 2 bits of redstone to make the 2 pistons that it needs.
Well, it does look like there is some redstone down there, so...
Down there? Down where?
In the storage. Oh wait, it wasn't in the storage. So the Arcane Archive stuff that I've been doing requires some of the redstone. If you come down and look in the gem cutters table, there is 8 redstone in there.
Okay.
So.
What's the gem cutters? Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I just realized we have 4. I should be able to make some redstone seeds. Because we do have access to tier 3 seeds. It's as far as we've gotten, but we do have
What tier is iron?
Bum-ba-dum-ba-da. Iron seed. Also tier 3. Just making a bunch of Imperium here. I did fix the bug with the crystals, so they now work properly. I can put the Prudentium crystal in and still make Inferium out of it, which is nice. Bum-ba-dum, bum-ba-bum. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just grab a full stack of that. I do need to upgrade. Let's do 1 stack. That's 16. I think that might be enough for 2 sets of seeds. Also made some backpacks.
Yes.
So that's helpful. Doop, doop. Prosperity shard. Or craft, whatever these things are called. Crafting seeds. Tier 2 crafting seeds. And tier 3 crafting seeds. And then redstone. That is not the crafting seeds. That is my backpack, apparently. I don't know how the backpack ended up there, but it did. Alright, that should give us iron and redstone seeds now. Redstone and iron. There we go. Now we have some growing. Might as well grab up these magic essence while I'm here. Those will take a little bit to grow. Don't really feel like sitting there and grinding out getting all 9 right now, so I will turn this into some magic crystals, put those in here, then dump the rest of this into here. Boop, boop, boop. That was an interesting hiccup.
My hiccups are always interesting.
Indeed.
But yeah, the reason why I needed presser is honey.
Yeah. Let me throw this stuff into here. I am carrying stuff that I shouldn't be carrying. Let me dump that back off before I jump into the portal. And there are a few things we need to do in the Between Lands. There are also a few things that we can do now as well that are pretty cool, that were not available initially. Just some, like, it's something that we'll have to finish kind of going through the Between Lands for, but there is something cool that we can get here pretty soon.
Okay.
Whoa. Going into the Between Lands.
Oh, there's one other thing we just haven't mentioned. We each have another new kindred spirit.
Oh, yeah. Yep. That we do. I think Miss picked up a Zorua.
Yep.
And I picked up a Fennekin.
I'll be honest, I picked Zorua because, similar to Umbreon, it has a fire idea.
It is dark here in the Between Lands. Oh, get out of the water. I actually need to grab... I forgot to actually grab the sulfur torches while I was in here.
Alright, I'm coming.
No, I just...
Did I have that wolf set? I think I had that wolf set.
Over there. That's where I need to go. I knew where we needed to go. I just couldn't remember where exactly it was. Oh, frick. Stupid mud. Get out of here, mud. Nobody likes you. It's really weird. The like rendering stuff is only happening here in the Between Lands, it seems like. Like that darkness rendering issue. So I don't have this at all outside of the Between Lands. It's only when we're here in the Between Lands. I don't want to tree chopper that. Thanks, game. I get that is a thing I can do. But I'd really prefer not to spend my Valenite axe on tree choppering.
The backpacks are okay to take in, aren't they?
The what?
Backpacks?
Yeah, they should be. It looks like they are. Because they're not tools, they're not food, they're not potions. So they continue to work the way that they did before. Oh my god, termites. Worst part is that it's so dark here I can't see nothing. I need to really stop. Like, these Between Lands need to stop having this render issue. Because it should not be dark when I'm placing torches right freaking next to each other. Oh, frick, this mud. Don't want to step in the mud. Okay. Back to knocking down this rotten bark. Probably have enough. Oh, frick. Okay. Do I have enough? Oh my god! Stupid termites! This one's freaking invisible. Where'd it go? Can't even see like particle effects. RIP. Apparently termites do not swim. I ended up
BRB a second because I have a friend asking to see what a custom character sheet for a game looks like.
Okay. And I've got 19 rotten bark. That should be enough, right? Dry bark. I need the dry bark. I am doing the wrong thing. Well, frick. Okay, so I don't know where we need to go though. Seriously, Between Lands, stop. I can render properly. It's not the hardcore darkness that's doing this either, I know that much. Because this wasn't a thing until the most recent Between Lands update. Look at this. It's not... Yay! Light! The rift is opened. I didn't bring the sunlight. I'm definitely not opening... Oh, that's a magic bag. I thought it was a potion bag. Because I'm not opening the potion bag, but if it's a magic bag, it's alright. Where is... I need to find fallen, rotten trees. Not that. I don't even know... Oh, that's toad. Where are the fallen, rotten logs? This is... Well, there's some giant root here, so that's helpful, I guess. That's not what I'm looking for. Where would the fallen trees be at? Ooh, mud!
Careful.
It's just that it slows you the frick down is all. Aha! Here we go. Hollow log. That's what I'm looking for. And another one. You never know how much of this you're going to actually need. We're going to need a lot of amate paper. I wish somehow you could turn the rotten bark into the dry bark. Oh, bless you.
Ow. My sneeze triggered a headache.
Ow.
Ow, indeed.
That is never fun. Go break. Mud. Oi. Keep getting stuck on the mud. And that is not what I want. Also, I haven't seen a rubber tree. We need to find a rubber tree. I say that, and then immediately find one. That's handy. Just gonna go ahead and knock this tree down. Get one of its saplings, hopefully. I assume I did. Yeah, rubber tree saplings. Good. Now we can start making some rubber. So now we can go back. Ouch, 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 ouch. That is not where I want to go right now. Because that is a spirit tree. We're almost to that though. In fact, we might even be able to fight the spirit tree today. We are basically
okay.
there.
Okay. Hi.
Hello. Let's see. I've got lots of dry bark. Make the amate paper. Oh, and light. Okay. And, oh no, that's right. We still need the freaking, we need to make the stupid I need to go all the way to making the map. Now that's gonna be fun. I forgot that the map required the freaking middle gems. So we've got to figure out how to get one of those. And those are not the easiest to get our hands on. I'll put it there. Probably put the rubber tree there and it'll probably grow. I'm gonna actually have to look this part up because I don't remember where to find the middle gems. And they are found let's see. There are 3 varieties, aqua crimson and okay, but where do I find the blocks that have the middle gems in them? Middle gem ore. They are found underwater in any surface biome within mud. So that's where we gotta look. So we just gotta run around, look in the water, in the hope that we can find some in the mud. Another option for finding them is to get our hands on a gem singer, which can be found in the different structures that are around here. So let's start out. I'm gonna make us a couple of boats. And then we can go out and see if we can find anything. Didn't 101. Ghosting. It's funny because I was literally like I had just thought, am I ghosting? And then you said something and I heard it, so I went, no, I'm not. And then, like, immediately afterwards, I apparently started ghosting. Because that was apparently the last thing I heard. Apparently the last thing I heard.
You weren't responding to me questioning things.
Right.
Why did you test me the boat?
Cause these are different from Minecraft boats. They only hold like one person.
They do?
Yep. And also they also control completely differently from Minecraft boats. Which is really interesting because it's supposed to put you into a third-person perspective when you get into the boat, and it's not doing that for me. In fact, I even hit F5 and it didn't do it. Very strange. I think the third-person boat thing is broken for some reason. So in order to move in the boat, you have to use A and D to control the different oars.
Okay.
Though I do wonder if regular boats might work here, because these are broken, because they're not. They're supposed to put you into a third-person perspective when you get in the boat, and they're not doing that. That way you can actually see where you're sailing. Is it doing that for you? Because it's not doing it for me.
Nope, I can't see.
Can't see nothing. Let's see.
Except the fact that I'm being attacked.
Right. Okay. I guess regular boats work fine, so we'll just use those. So. But yes, there are anglers that are trying to attack you. So, I guess you can hop in the regular boat, because I mean, it's just a regular boat. So, what we need to do... Whoa, lightning. What we need to do is we need to find a... And I should have thought about grabbing the nature's compass before we left. That would have made this much easier. Unless that's what we're looking for over there. Is this a sludge biome by any chance? No, but there might be a structure maybe? Ooh. Okay, well this is something that we need anyway. So, we'll grab this. Oh, frick. That's a giant sludge worm.
Oh my... What?
Yeah, the giant sludge worms spawn smaller sludge worms and sludges and a lot of other nasty things, and they hurt. This is definitely much easier though because we have Valinite gear. So I did apparently not bring any... God, the sludges are the worst things to fight, though. They're like, the way they bounce is just ridiculously hard to freaking hit. My decay meter is having some issues. I am running low on health because my decay meter is going down and I'm literally losing my overall maximum health.
I'm dead.
Yeah, these things do not mess around. They really don't. Killed by tiny sludge worm. Well, I killed the big one. Oh, frick. And I am nauseated. Oh my god, there are too many of these things. I'm healing myself a lot. But all I'm managing to do right now is heal. Oh, you killed something. Oh, frick. What is hurting me? Nothing is hurting me. Whatever this invisible thing is, it's hurting me. An invisible sludge worm. Got it. Nope, frick.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I grabbed the...
Hmm?
I grabbed the old gear that I left in the chest, which I'm so glad I left in a chest.
Yeah.
Did you pick up my ability totems?
I have fire resistance, so yeah.
Should also have a speed one.
It usually only drops one totem, I think, but I don't have a speed, so.
Oh, it did only drop the one.
Yeah, it's only supposed to be dropping one totem every time you die, so.
So I still have my speed. Neat.
Yep. Can I eat these? No, I didn't think so. I will be right back. I'm going to teleport back to you, but I need to get back to the base because I did not bring any of the balls of sap with me.
I mean, if you had just asked, I had some on me.
Oh well. Alright. Myself to you. There we go. Okay. So this tree, or what's left of this tree, is what is one of the things that we're after. In fact, this tree stump here is probably the best way to get what we're after. Because one of the things that we need is some dendrithist, which comes from these gigantic trees. And without digging into one of the even bigger versions of this thing, this is probably the easiest way to get to it. Hello, dendrithist. That's exactly what I'm looking for. But we will need that because you can't make potions. Like you can't bring regular potions into the Between Lands. So you have to make elixirs, which require the dendrithist. Which there's probably more somewhere in this tree, and I have no idea where. It's these gigantic trees like this that have the dendrithist in them. It is a quest, but since we're already here, we might as well grab it now, and then the quest will just react when we unlock it. So, unless that's all the dendrithist, that would suck. It's just those 2 blocks. That's all I'm seeing, so though.
I mean, it is a massive tree. Here, I found some.
Oh, neat. Okay.
Found 2 more bits.
Oh, nice. I mean, yeah, that's what we need. Oop.
There's another bit.
Yeah, I mean, they do spawn randomly in here, so sometimes you can mine forever and not find one, but sometimes you'll find them all, like, right next to each other. We do have 20 green dendrithist. That's probably enough. Dendrithist is sort of the glass of the Between Lands.
Found more.
Okay. You use it for making bottles and stuff like that. It is a pretty massive tree, though.
The fact that I've just found all of the bits apart from what was immediately visible.
Right.
Found more.
It's like you somehow know where to dig. Seriously, I'm sitting here digging and it's like, I'm not finding nothing.
Hi, dig a look. Found some. Found some more. Here's more.
Right. $28.
Hi, Blakey.
This is sort of one you wish that the tree chopper worked on the regular weed wood here, but it don't. But then it wouldn't be able to do it anyway. There's way too much.
Could use a lumber axe.
Yeah. I don't even know if that would count, because I don't think these are technically counted as logs or anything. Oh, hey!
Oh, you found some?
Yep, found some right there. How much do we got? Half a stack? That's probably enough. This is gonna be mined out pretty much this whole tree.
Found more.
Okay. Let me throw these loot bags in here too. Ooh. A couple of them. Nice.
Yep. I'm just trying to be thorough.
Yeah. I don't know how big these trees are or how far down they go or anything, so... I don't know how much of it we should be trying to mine out.
I found more. Trying to see how far down it goes.
Okay?
There we go. This looks like a bottom.
That looks like the bottom. Yeah, that's definitely the bottom.
Here, be a second.
Oh, there's a little bit more. Oh, there's a little bit more. This is one you wish you had, freaking vein miner. Wow, lots of it right here. Seems like. I don't know that it was actually that there was a lot here, or if it was just there were. Just happened to be several that were right there, but. There's a little bit more. Now, we just need to find that now we just need to find those middle gems.
And I have no clue where they'd be found.
Yeah, well, like I said, they're found in, like, underwater, in mud.
Oh, fun.
Basically, so. But, yeah, we got over a stack of that, so that should be more than enough at this point. Let's see. How to get out now. Guess just dig out. Okay, we are apparently under the ground. We got to the root of the problem. Alright. I just gotta figure out where we're at in comparison to anything else, because everything doesn't want to render.
This way,
Ooh. Yeah, this was the way we came from.
Yes, I placed torches.
Yeah. Of course, it has to be a freaking... The rift has to be closed, so everything's dark now. Because why not? Make it harder on us. Get around. Let's see. What can I see on the
did you pick
map?
up our boat?
Yeah, I have a boat.
Okay.
I have a boat. Yeah, I didn't want to lose it, so I made sure to pick it up. Alright. We might need to grab the nature's compass again, because this is going to be really hard to find the biome we're after without knowing where it is. So, the base is that way. Let me get in the boat.
Okay.
And let's head back to the base. And once we're back to the base, I can grab the compass, and then we can go find the biome we need. Much easier. Especially since it's ridiculously dark here.
So dark, I can't even see my hunger bar.
Yeah. I mean, that's just because we're in a boat, but yeah.
I know.
That is water,
Ah,
apparently. I literally can see nothing because of this render issue. I don't know if that's between lands or something else that's causing that. Alright. A little bit of water to run through, but that's alright. Won't hurt too much. And whoops. Won't hurt too much as long as I don't stay in it anyway. Alright. I'm going back to the portal. So give me just a moment. Because I've got the nature's compass is back at our base, so. In the overworld. Then we'll be alright. And if we find everything we need while we're out, I would laugh pretty hard, because it'd be very interesting if we found all, like, the structures that we're looking for before we found the things that we need to find the structures. The map we're trying to make is supposed to be so that we can find the structures that we're looking for. It's kind of like the magic map in Twilight Forest, where it shows the structures. Alright. Now, let's look for a sludge plains. Ah, that's not too far away. Did that rubber tree grow by any chance? Where'd I put it? Nope, it is still right here. The rubber tree sapling. There we go. Now it grew. Alright. There is a thing that we can make that will make this much easier. But I don't know that we'll be able to make it right now because I have to fill that Thermite bucket several times. Let's see. I think we have some Thermite essence. Not much, but we do have some. Ingots. Oh, right. There are more ingredients to that than just the 3 ingots. Back to the Betweenlands. Once we get these crimson, or once we get these middle gems, they'll help us in combat too. So they're actually really good items. Just kind of in general. Some right buckets. Boop and boop. Alright. So I don't think I don't think I'll be able to make the rubber boots yet. Because, well, 1 bucket makes 3, so it's only 4 that we need. So maybe if we wait a bit, we might get a full bucket of rubber. Because that's what we need right now is some rubber to make some rubber boots.
Just looking.
Make some more torches. While we're right here. Alright, this one was full. I can throw that into the furnace. And how are these doing? They've got a ways to go because, of course, I didn't start them until way after. Right, bucket of solid rubber.
Woo!
Right click to extract. Oop, there we go. And that gives us 3 balls of rubber. 1 more ball, and I can make 1 set of the rubber boots. There we go. I thought I had more raw snail. While we're doing that, might not be a bad idea for me to purify some of my tools here. Oh, we're waiting on the rubber. Getting there. We will have some rubber soon.
Oh yeah, I picked up a new spell.
Whoa, frick. Okay.
Oh.
Yep. Okay, now my mouse is working. Okay?
I picked up a new spell.
Okay. Oop. Ow. Slowness 3.
It's a snare.
It's a snare. That is pretty nice, actually. That might actually be really useful. Later.
It also does a bit of damage.
Neat. Oh yeah. We do not have...
And I suppose the most important part is when I walk over it, I don't trip it.
Right. That is always a good thing. Swamp reeds. That's swamp rope. Rick. There. It is just a bow. We still have no arrows. But... We're surrounded by snares. There's a thing for you. And...
Hey, too bad no arrow.
Yeah. Oop. Okay. You like disconnected there for a second? You, for like just a split second, you like disconnected and then came back. Oh. Or if it wasn't you, it was my Discord or something because it went down and came back.
Weird. Well, it is midnight, so...
Yeah. It is getting late. There's some rubber boots for you.
Why, thank you.
You do still have a little bit of time still, though.
The only thing is, I think one of my friends has something really important that they need to talk to me about, because they just messaged me over Facebook asking if I was still up.
Aha. Alrighty. Well, if you want to go, I'll go look for some middle gems. Before we finish up the, before I actually finish up the recording itself, so.
Yep, they're calling, so
Alrighty.
I gotta go.
Alrighty.
I will talk to you later. Hope everyone watching has a good day.
Yep. Alrighty. Let me just put these buckets back out here. And we'll head off to the sludge plains. I need to go grab my sword before I do this, because that would have been very bad. And we will make arrows, probably some octane arrows at some point. So don't worry too much about that. That's, since misses out, that's to, the people watching. So, I suppose I could have ended the episode a little early. We are at, we were at like 56 minutes at that moment. But I really, really want to get to these sludge plains. Because these are not the most fun things to deal with. So, I really, really want to just go ahead and get there, and then try to deal with the things that are there very quickly. So, hey look, I can walk on mud now. Which is what the whole point of the rubber boots is, by the way. Is that we can walk on mud. And the sludge plains are nothing but mud, which is why they're a really good spot to find the middle gems. And you can always, look around these like rivers here like this. But they are really hard to see, just in general, unfortunately. And I'm going to stop and grab some of these before I get moving any further. What is that? Is that one? I don't think so. This looks like it's just mud. I was seeing the bubbles, so I wasn't sure if maybe that was an indication that it might be the mill gems or not. And it does not appear it is. I would really like to not be in the water as much as possible, though. So let's keep going this way. That is a crocodile thing that I would really prefer not to fight right now, because I'd really rather not deal with that. I might, since I now have mystical creations, I wonder if I should add, because the middle gems are not in mystical agriculture, despite several of the other things being in it. So it's like there is compatibility between lands and mystical agriculture normally. Ooh, there we go. That's literally what we're looking for, is one of these. Oh, pickaxe. I thought, mud, so use a shovel, but no. Pickaxe, apparently. But that was exactly what we're looking for. Here's another red one. And unfortunately, what we really want, I think, are the green ones. See, the green ones are the blue ones. Red ones are good. So hit the enemy when attacked. Yeah, the red ones are good. But when it comes to mill gems, the ones that you want the most are the green ones. Because they basically give you, like, life tap, leech, whatever you want to call it. So we really want to get the green ones the most. Not that we can use them without, a pendant slot, but those can be made. There's our sludge plains, unfortunately. I say unfortunately because they're not friendly at all. Yeah, them's the sludge plains right over there. Also, we do have rubber boots, but they have only 130 durability. So, not the best armor for fighting in. So I'm trying to kind of avoid the sludge plains themselves if I can. But I might have to actually go into the plains themselves here in a minute. The biggest problem with going into the sludge plains is that sludge monsters do spawn there frequently. There's no way to deal with that either. Like, they just spawn. Just in general. Like, it's not like they spawn from something or whatnot. They just spawn. So it really is just kind of being like, okay, well, there's that, Like, I don't even think light levels affect, like, the spawning of the sludges. So, also they have, like, a gigantic hitbox that is not, like, their size, and it's really freaking annoying. Like, really annoying. Luckily, unlike slimes, they don't, like, break up and stuff. Even the big ones just immediately, you know, die, which is nice. Oh, that is, like, the worst noise in the world. Just walking, like, through the mud here with the sludge, with the boots on. What would be really nice is if we had a gem singer. But obviously we don't. So, one thing that might be good, oh frick, is instead of me sitting here searching for like a bunch of middle gems, going back and just getting one of the Amate maps, and then hitting up several structures along the way. There is a structure right over there that might have one. No, frick. Screw off, please. Oh, that's a tar beast. That is a white. I am in sludgy dirt. Yes, please pull me out of the sludgy dirt. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. White. Goodbye. That was nice of that white to pull me out of that. No, frick. Frick. Oh, we had stuff. I'm sure they've all despawned by now. Things just crashed. So, I guess we're going to end the episode off there. In between episodes, I'll go back, get my stuff, and things like that. So, yeah, sorry for the abrupt ending there, but literally everything on my computer is crashing right now. So, I have to stop the recording regardless of anything, you know, regardless of the time here. So, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check the video description for a link to the playlist so that you can get caught up on any episode you might have missed. And I'll see you guys next time. See you later.